objective: to study about transportation in human beings, the heart. Blood transports nutrients, oxygen, and waste products in our bodies. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. It consists of a fluid matrix or medium called the plasma. The blood cells or formed elements are suspended in the plasma. The plasma transports nutrients, carbon dioxide, and nitrogenous waste products in dissolved form. Oxygen is transported by the RBC, bound to hemoglobin. Many other substances such as salts, vitamins, and hormones are also transported by the blood. To push the blood around the body and send it to the tissues, we need a pumping organ and a network of tubes. Similarly, to ensure that this network can be repaired if damaged, we need a system in place. The heart. The heart is the muscular pumping organ. It is located in the thoracic cavity, in the mediastinum, which is the space between the lungs. It is enclosed in a double-walled sac called peritoneum. The heart in human beings is four-chambered. It consists of two upper receiving chambers called atria and two lower, larger pumping chambers called ventricles. The blood transports both oxygen and carbon dioxide. The chambers of the heart prevent the oxygen-rich blood from mixing with the blood containing carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide-rich or deoxygenated blood has to reach the lungs for the elimination of carbon dioxide, and the oxygen-rich or oxygenated blood from the lungs has to be brought back to the heart. The oxygen-rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body. The oxygenated blood from the lungs is transported through the pulmonary veins to the left atrium. The left atrium relaxes when it is receiving the blood. It then contracts, while the left ventricle relaxes and expands so that the blood enters the left ventricle. When the left ventricle contracts, the blood is pumped out through the systemic aorta and its branches to different parts of the body. Deoxygenated blood from the body enters through the superior and inferior vena cava into the right atrium as it relaxes. When the right atrium contracts, the right ventricle expands so that the blood flows into it. The deoxygenated blood is then pumped due to the contraction of the right ventricle through the pulmonary arteries to the lungs for oxygenation. Since the ventricles have to pump blood to the various organs of the body, they have thicker muscular walls than the atria. Valves present in the heart ensure that the blood does not flow backwards when the atria or ventricles are contracting. The tricuspid valve is present between the right atrium and right ventricle. The bicuspid or mitral valve is present between the left atrium and left ventricle. The aortic valve is present at the base of the systemic aorta, and the pulmonary valve is present at the base of the pulmonary aorta. The aortic and pulmonary valves are called semilunar valves, as each of them has 3 semilunar folds. The human heart beats approximately 72 times per minute. Each heartbeat consists of a systole and a diastole. The cyclical events that occur during the beating of the heart constitutes the cardiac cycle. The duration of each cardiac cycle is 0.8 seconds. In each cardiac cycle, each ventricle pumps out 70 ml of blood. This is called stroke volume. The amount of blood pumped out by each ventricle per minute is called cardiac output. The cardiac output on average is 5000 ml. Cardiac output is equal to stroke volume into number of beats per minute. 70 ml into 72 beats per minute is equal to 5040 ml.